Alrighty. Hello again. This is Trice Majestus. Oh, excuse me. And we are back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey to continue with refilling the cutter. And hopefully it won't take too many more nights. What, 5, maybe 6. Hope it's not 8. Yeah, in any case, it's time to get back to mining, so let's get together with the rest of the gang and get things rolling.
Hello, Trace.
Hello. How goes the lovely Thargoid hunting tonight?
Okay.
Yep, one interceptor destroyed.
By 3 commanders instead of 4.
Oh, hey. That's not bad. You guys are getting better.
No?
Because James ran away and hid.
Yeah.
He's gone off out on his bike or something.
Yeah. I don't remember where he said. He was out for the day, that's all I know.
Well, he's out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
He said he might be back for the stream later.
Well, I think the key there is might.
Yeah. That's like saying he won't be here.
Not necessarily.
Really.
It's just
not
saying.
Like your typical person.
It just means he can't commit to it.
I think he also, after he found out
Galaxy
that he
map.
don't have to die, he kind of enjoys it. But that first one, I thought we were going to have to give him a Valium. It's like, oh, oh, oh. I think what really did his head in is when I went after the heart and I died because of the caustic cloud, and then he waited another 3 or 4 minutes, and he went in after it and died.
Oh.
Just like, he was like, that's just not right. That's just not right.
Retract landing gear.
Apparently these clouds act like, you know how the fire used to kill you when you're on top of the roof? On top?
How?
They just take a long time. The ones for the big ships take a long time to dissipate. That's
Engage.
All. They do dissipate, but it just takes a long time.
What's he talking about on the roof?
He's talking about the fires that killed you.
It's called an analogy, just so you know.
Well,
it wasn't a good
rubbish. Nothing like it.
It was perfectly good. If you
Nothing
have
like
to be a million miles away and you still die from corrosion damage.
No.
We're not a million miles away. First of all, quit exaggerating.
First of all, this isn't a bug. The other one was a bug.
This one.
This is
supposed to be.
Yeah, you just have to wait long enough.
Yeah, but
and it is a waiting
they
game.
were dying without even being near the cloud. Too.
Funny
No,
thing is,
we were
though,
going in.
Yeah, we were up to the heart.
In real life, if you was on a roof that was on fire, you would bloody get burnt.
Yeah.
Well,
so the game was actually right, but they
Not
didn't
if the
mean
fire
that.
doesn't reach it.
Yeah, the roof gets hot.
It was coming through the roof.
Yeah, well, the roof shouldn't be getting hot in these things because it should be sufficient. Should be a highly insulated metal roof because it's keeping something.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, the temperature inside versus the temperature outside is a tremendous difference. There's no way a little bit of heat should be getting through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they meant it to be anyway. Yeah.
I figured they just put it in there so Philip would bitch about it.
Yeah. Weren't meant to have thought that,
but it's hard to, it's hard. You can't really compare a unintended feature, aka bug, to something that's actually intended.
Yeah.
Well, I love it is because he's never been in here with a Cyclops fighting one.
Well, I'm not the one complaining about being nowhere near the cloud, yet somehow being affected by it.
I'm not complaining.
Not you, but if it's either Chris or Cam,
Yeah. When we're nowhere
Don't
near the
agree.
little scouts when they blow up and we get affected by caustic, we're nowhere near them.
Yep.
Or we don't think we are.
We don't actually know the radius of the actual caustic damage, so who knows?
The
It
scouts is quite small.
should
Very
be.
small.
They
But-
are.
But the trouble is sometimes they get. So where are you two? So
I am
But-
right here, 0.13 light seconds from threat 5.
0.15. Where's Mr. Chris? Is he
I'm on
dawdling
my
along?
carrier.
Dawdling along as usual.
Dawdler.
I see that now. Come on.
Dawdling.
Lick this
Stop.
leg.
Stop dithering about, will you? Stop dithering.
Seems to be a constant thing with Chris. You know, he'll.
Dither.
Well, I thought
like-
for a minute in the fight that he just disappeared on us because I was looking for his laser fire and I never did see it. All I could
Yeah.
see was the green laser and my laser. It was like, where the
Where's
hell
he?
is his laser? What the hell
He-
is he doing?
He's sleeping again. He's away out with Chaz.
Joking, Chris. I'm joking.
Harsh but true.
That one did go down faster and wet.
Yeah.
I
Was-
thought. Once we started on them hearts.
Yeah.
But we did find out some interesting information. Only one of us has to scan it. And only one of us has... Where'd you go? Oops. Chris? Hello?
Chris, did you crash?
I think he had internet
Whole
issues.
computer go? Oh, okay. Yeah.
He probably went to get a cup of coffee, and the next thing you know, he's gone.
We're still in the chat, so
Yep. Nope.
Red
When's
alert.
that?
Just a delay
I
in
know
kicking
it's
him out, I
preparing
suppose,
for
then.
combat.
nope.
His internet went down. Either he went to get a cup of coffee, or he paused for a minute, because that's what happens when he leaves his computer unattended. Just
I'll just move to the side so I'm not heading straight at it
oh yeah, don't want to fall on this thing accidentally.
on our own.
Oh, we could probably do it, but we'd be beat up.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Yep.
Programming limpet drone.
Power to shields.
Scan complete.
Routing power to shields.
Power to weapons.
Programming limpet
Routing power to weapons.
Programming limpet drone. Limpet drone error. Deploy cargo patch. Cargo suit deployed. Asteroid defeated.
Uh-oh, Mr. Bickles is online.
Oh, Mr. Biggles. Ah, so he is. Maybe he's coming to join us. So we'll have to wait a bit longer.
Or maybe not have to wait a bit longer if Chris is stuck away.
No, well, his computer's
He'll have to
still
come
up.
in and get a mission.
Or 3, or 4.
Or 3, 4.
Might be looking at 5. But try and make sure it's all different.
I got 6 all different.
I've got 4. So it's a 3. 3. All different. You're just greedy.
No, I just took my time and picked the right one.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
shows Chris online in
Yeah,
Discord.
but he's not in Elite.
Yeah. He's popped away for coffee, I bet you.
I bet so too. It went down.
Hey, that Chaz is bothering him. See, I need to walk. I've just come back, but I need another one.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet
Water,
programming limpet drone.
clean water.
Prospect limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Programming
Next time
limpet
I'm
drone.
going to try my chieftain.
Prospect limpet failed.
Aha!
Again.
Prospect limpet engaged.
Oh,
Programming
maybe not,
limpet
because I think I
drone.
took stuff off that.
Prospect limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete.
Where's my chieftain on my list here?
Start outfitting the chieftain a little differently.
Limpet engaged.
It's got... Let's see the details.
Asteroid
Let's see.
scan complete.
Beam laser, beam laser, beam laser. Ah, yes. Change that one. I can change that for AX. Heat sink, but no,
Asteroid
no neuralizer, no xenoscanner on there.
That's not hard to put on.
Yeah, I think I've got one spare. Since Guardian.
What'd you do? Go back to your chip?
Who, me? No, I'm just sitting here at 22.5 mm away.
You got a spreadsheet of all his stuff.
I'm looking on an hour.
Oh, even better.
limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet
Water,
programming limpet drone.
clean
Prospect
water.
limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged.
More water.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone. Prospect limpet failed.
No bottom.
Prospect limpet
Mark
engaged.
Twain.
Asteroid scan complete. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
could probably strip the Type 10 down and come up with enough stuff for the for the Chieftain.
Seems like this must be having big problems.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
This is giving me a chance to check my copy while it's still hot.
Asteroid scan complete.
I may have to go get me another drink of something. I only got one more thing of drink left right here.
Asteroid depleted.
Well, I suppose I could crack open a new juice. That would work.
As long as you don't spill it over your computer again.
Yeah, no
Or your
kidding.
keyboard.
Again?
Hmm. I gave my keyboard a good soaking.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, well, it survived it, so.
Well, I guess at least now it's all clean.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Not even close. In fact, that might have made it a little worse. Not like I spilled water into it.
Yeah.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
This must be having big problems. Oh, he's had a visitor.
Hmm.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged.
Actually, that's one of the reasons I'm not really all that interested in
Prospector limpet
using the
failed.
picture-in-picture too
Asteroid
much.
scan complete.
As, YouTubers are still occasionally getting swatted, and that is just not a
Yep.
good thing.
Yeah.
Well, I figure I can reduce the likelihood by
Limpet drone.
only occasionally showing my face on the stream.
Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid
Although,
scan
you
complete.
shouldn't really have much of a problem.
Prospector
You're not
limpet
you're not
engaged.
being competitive.
Programming limpet drone.
You're not doing weird. You're not doing some commentary that will piss people off.
It doesn't matter.
Nope. You get some
Yeah, but the
weird
deal,
people out
I
there.
mean, you know, not to be the Grinch, but if I'm watching an Elite Dangerous video to learn how to play Elite or something, last thing I want to see is the guy's face or girl's face.
Hmm.
It's always in the way. It's always covering up a panel that you need to see
Yep.
or would like to see.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Same with the chat when they put that on the screen. You can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I was trying to work out what weapons he had on his ship the other day, and I couldn't see because all his chat was in the way.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Failed.
That is true.
Yeah.
Thing is, if you want to see the chat, you can have a smaller screen.
Prospector limpet
Watch
Yep.
the chat out in the other window.
engaged.
That is certainly a good point.
Asteroid scan complete.
And
Prospector
and
limpet
another thing, I
failed.
don't understand why people do tutorials in streaming form anyway. They would be better just doing standalone videos.
No,
That's what
this
a lot
is-
of people do.
A lot of people do, but you
Exegious
Programming limpet
does,
drone.
Down to Earth does.
Prospector limpet failed.
It's
Oh, I'm here.
Prospector limpet engaged.
I
I'm
mean-
like, why do I need to go down to reach my jump point? And then I realize I'm not going to a jump point. I'm going to a planet.
Exegious when anytime you do a tutorial, you gotta have a blueprint. You gotta have a template. You gotta have an outline.
Yep.
What is your goal to reach? What do you need to reach that goal? And as far as equipment stuff, what are you going to have to do to complete it? And then you need to show step by step. Down to Earth does it, even though he's already opened up the engineers, he can still walk you through step by step what you need to do.
Yep.
But the one thing those tutorials don't give you is a consistent view of the gameplay it actually takes to get there,
Mm.
which is kind of,
Because they're already open and unlocked and everything.
and they've already generally got better ships. I mean, they could, you know, scroll it back and do the type of ship you're going to have at the time, and, you know, but they don't tend to.
They just assume you reached that point already and you just want like the build or specific build or tactics.
Well, usually they're, what they're giving you is useful. But
Yeah, but it doesn't help people from scratch.
right, you know, it helps.
Well, then you need to keep an account in the new beginners area and never take it out of there, so you can just take them through the steps. Because unless you take them through the exact steps of how to achieve stuff in the new beginners, then you're just wasting your time anyways.
Right. Well, that's why I started the this guy over, or the other guy over. You know, to show what they've put in. Hey, Kenny, welcome back.
Hi, Kenny.
Hi, Kenny.
And yes, you're
Yeah,
right.
but what I'm saying is you need to keep him. You actually need 3 accounts. One you keep in the newbies, one you keep out here, and then your regular trace account. That way you don't have to keep resetting Angelo. You can proceed on with him to show them the next steps,
Right.
and then use the newbie to show them how to get there.
Right.
But you know, it's just showing somebody how to fly around is not teaching them how to do it.
Right. But you know, a lot of those tutorial things give them a false sense of, well, I just have to do this, that, and the other thing, and then they get out to doing it, and
they're like, I can't do. What's up? What am
yeah,
I missing?
why is this taking this so long? Because they cut out all the you know, collecting of stuff in the middle. Yeah.
Well, Exigeous does put it on there, and the grind begins, and then he'll come back, still grinding, and then he'll come back, and still grinding, and then the next one is like, finally, after all the grinding, here we are.
That's a good way to do it. Yeah, if you've got,
because after 2 hours of grinding, you're going to lose your audience.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to actually show the grind. You just have to explain what the grind is.
Yeah. And then, as Kenny pointed out, you know, doing it while I'm streaming does give, you know, people who come along to watch the chance to ask questions about what I'm doing, which is useful.
This is a nice looking planet. They detailed this thing quite a bit from when last time it's here.
I'm just glad I don't
remember.
Yeah. I'm just glad I don't have to mine enough to get, you know, to Colonia and back. I only have to mine enough to get there, because the star carriers are willing to refill me for a small price, which gives me a chance to show something more fun. What are you doing?
Something odd just happened to me.
What's that?
I'm coming in, and it looked like I dropped out of the glide, and I go to power down, but it wouldn't let me power down, and then it went back into the glide, and I almost overshot the station despite being pointed directly at it.
Huh. That is odd.
Yeah,
Slightly past is straight into the ground. Okay.
Yeah, I pulled up. Obviously, or that would have
So when
sucked.
James gonna
Sent
come and
back
join
to
us?
the bubble.
Are you gonna come and join us, Mr. James?
And another weird thing is my throttle was at max for some reason. When I had my throttle set to as low as it can go.
Hmm.
What? Did they change the gravity on this planet or something? Something's weird.
We don't know what planet you are. We don't know what system you are. We
Ethan
have no
Queen.
clue what you're doing.
Ethan Dorn.
Yep.
Ethan Dorn.
Well, that's a 3G planet, isn't it?
Is it? Maybe that affected it.
Well,
somehow?
look, it's right in front of you.
Yeah, I know. I need to.
It's on the. If you're on the
It's
planet.
right there on your dashboard at the very bottom number.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Jeez.
Yeah. 3.6, I think.
And that's why you have a problem.
Yep. That's why I love Autodoc. It doesn't bother me about that. It sorts itself out. Because I'm lazy. Come on, Chris. What are you doing?
There ain't no telling. He may have had a phone call he had to take up.
Maybe.
The gravity on Ian Dorn is 0.06 gravity.
Okay, so it wasn't. So that wasn't an issue then.
No. More likely pilot error.
As you.
Where the hell is the landing pad? Ah, there it is.
Boy, this rock is killing my limpets.
Move back slightly or something, or shoot at a different angle. Don't
No,
let
they're
it tell your limpets.
I went and landed back on my carrier.
I'm glad it was sort of not pointing at it as I drifted past the drop-in point.
Do like James did.
Yeah, dropping on my own right. I'm gonna go back to my carrier too while we're waiting.
Well, we could try one too, but damn. There's no telling. It's probably his brother. Did his brother's wife come home?
I don't think so.
No, he
It's the middle of the night.
really-
It's the middle of the night there. UK. Let's see. What time is it UK?
So 42 past midnight.
2 a.m.
No, it's 42 past 1. 1:42 in the morning.
Interesting.
Maybe he fell asleep.
Yeah, it's an hour. You have to add an hour onto the in-game time.
Oh, I thought it was in game time.
1:42.
No. There's an hour difference between game time and real time.
Game time doesn't recognize daylight savings time.
Yeah, it stays the same all the time. It never changes. It's UTC or GMT time, whichever one you want to call it.
Zulu. Yeah. It's Zulu, yes, which does not
Yeah.
take that into account.
Nope, it never changes. See, the British decided that time.
Reinforce.
Let's see.
Yeah, they can't even get a clock right, you know?
No, it was right. At
Half the
time.
year.
Oh, do you know that we got a trade dividend for turning in our missions at the same time?
Really? I didn't, because
Go
I
look in your
traded mine.
transaction.
Asteroid scan complete.
Nope.
Okay, well, Chris turned in the same time I turned in. You were later.
Oh, no. I know what it was. It's because I traded in stuff. I traded in my rescued stuff. The occupied pod and the black box. And you were both sitting in the station.
Okay.
Or you were anyway, I don't know, Chris.
Oh, I guess time to head back. Oh.
Well, you might run around there or think about it and see who else is out there that you could use the benefit of.
Yeah, you might as well check them all while you're out there.
Okay, once I get into orbit, I guess now.
Yeah, because you've got all your own foot ones to do as well. If you've been introduced to them, that is. Which you
I
probably
know,
haven't been.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of ones I've been introduced to.
Colonia ones?
Yeah, I don't know if they're them.
It's just 4 of them there.
No, you haven't got Odin. And you haven't got Bond. So, and you haven't got your 10 conflicts done, so you haven't been introduced there, and you haven't got your covert highs, so you haven't done that.
So,
So,
you have to,
yeah.
so we're probably not introduced to any of the on foot ones.
Hmm.
Prospector limpet engaged.
I really don't see anybody out there that's going to do you much to good of anything, so.
Prospector limpet failed.
Because you're not in the ship that you need engineered, so all of your other stuff is in bubble.
Prospector limpet engaged.
So, yeah.
Programming limpet drone.
You'd always change over to my...
Prospector
I could change over
limpet
to my
failed. Asteroid
chieftain
scan
and try that
complete.
this time. Yeah, why not? Change over to my chieftain.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone.
What?
Prospector limpet
Oh, okay,
failed.
never mind.
Asteroid scan complete.
Yeah, it's me changing ships. That's why I got destroyed.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
So that's that. Carrier services. Go in here.
And hello, Kenny.
Asteroid depleted.
Hans got to watching Cam last night fight Thargoids, and he was sitting outside the burning station and was going to go in and pick up passengers. And he sat there for, what was it, 45 minutes? Watching him fight Thargoids until finally he came out and he's like, I don't remember if I was in there or out.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged.
there's more storage for modules for ships.
I sold a load of stuff yesterday. All the E's and D's that I had floating around.
All I got is A's and Guardians.
Old Pharaoh. Nah. So that one. Which is already that colour. Or that one. Mucking about while we're waiting.
Any better.
I know. Colour green, colour blue.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet failed.
Now put you some purple on there. You really clash.
I've not got purple. I've got blue and red. Blue and green. Blue engines.
If you're gonna fight, clash.
No, I've got blue and green. That's fine. Blue engines, green lasers.
Blip, 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 blip.
So that they can tell it's still me. Because we've all got different colours, so we know when somebody's hit the target.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Mr. Chris, what are you doing?
He's probably dealing with his brother.
Asteroid depleted.
At 1 o'clock in the morning? Nearly 2.
His brother said he's a bad influence on him.
Probably. Yeah. And then James hasn't joined us yet, even though he's online.
He probably turned it on and then he went
He's
to
probably
do
watching
something
it.
else.
He's probably watching the stream. That's what it'll be.
Hmm.
He ain't goofy. He doesn't go out there with just three of us.
Engaged.
Come on, James. Get in here. Stop being chicken. Don't be like Chris and run away.
Asteroid scan complete.
Chris is hiding.
He ain't too resistant to that.
Yeah.
Prospector limpet failed.
Well, like I said, I did try it in my cutter, but it's too slow.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone.
Well, I could have tried it with my cutter.
Prospector
Well, it's all in
limpet
there.
failed. Asteroid scan complete.
Because it's got 4 plasmas on it. And 3 lasers. I took the
Prospector limpet
flat cannons off to put the lasers on.
Programming limpet drone. Collector limpet expired. Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet
I forgot what we had him up to.
Programming limpet drone.
What?
Boost speed.
Asteroid depleted.
I shall launch and find out what mine's at.
Are you going in?
No, I'm just going for a little fly around.
Programming limpet drone.
Oh,
Prospector limpet
Cody's online.
failed.
Yeah, we got to get him in the new chat.
Prospector limpet engaged.
Well, that was over 500.
Asteroid scan complete.
All pips to engines.
Did he change his commander's name again?
508. He's got
Oh,
VR,
Statty.
Steady,
Yeah,
Rocket,
yeah.
508
Going for
for boost speed.
How much?
508. With all pips to
Fabulous
engines.
look at ya.
Yep.
Asteroid depleted. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Right there.
Programming limpet drone.
Oops.
Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Here we go mining rock by rock, rock by rock, rock by rock. Here we go mining rock by rock all day long.
Asteroid depleted.
I think I'm gonna.
I forgot I haven't got the neuralizer and the xenoscan on this, so I'll put it back to bed, change it back over.
I don't know why you didn't buy one to put on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trade chips and go turn these combat bonds in
Programming limpet drone.
while we're waiting.
Prospector limpet
Yeah, I know.
failed.
It'll still show the missions in my thing, but
It's only if you complete the missions, I think they come after you. Well, that's what I thought anyway, because when I was running around with missions, it was not bothering me when I hadn't completed them.
Asteroid scan complete.
I might do the same as you.
might as well. Waste of time.
I'll change back to my crate.
Well, I made it.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
And it could be it not letting them back on the lead.
Prospector limpet
Server
engaged.
Possibly.
unreachable, like it did us there that couple times.
wouldn't he still be able to at least say something in Discord if that was just the case?
Discord can be funky sometimes. It'll show you on and you're not even on. It's like it had Cam playing Elite Dangerous all day today, but Cam wasn't on.
Yeah.
That's because I didn't shut it down properly yesterday. That's why it was showing me playing Elite Dangerous, but I wasn't actually here. I was asleep.
Yeah.
I didn't shut it down last night.
It didn't even show you in the options or in the social.
Yeah, I don't think Chris is even on.
The graphics glitch.
No, it's the status didn't update properly. And so Discord is saying he's there, but I don't think he really is. Because it's gotten idle.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So if it didn't shut down properly, didn't update the thing, it may take it an hour to properly update, or maybe longer, who knows. On the other hand, he could have just had to walk, something might have happened at the house that required his immediate attention.
And he just clicked everything off, thinking it'd delete or thinking it'd disconnect. There's so many things could happen.
Yep.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete. Prospector limpet engaged.
All right.
Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
Ooh, that put me in the top 25.
Asteroid depleted.
Okay, on my way back.
Hi, Lynn.
Hello. You just getting there?
Asteroid
Yep.
depleted.
Okay.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Made it back.
Be right back.
Hmm.
What are you humming about?
Saying to be right back.
Collector limpet expired.
Oh,
Programming
yeah,
limpet
that's all
drone.
right. I'll keep well into the top of 25.
Programming limpet drone.
Nope, that was wrong. I think I'll pay a
Okay.
visit to Dalton on the way back.
And on we go.
Where you going?
I'm going to go to
Uh,
Dalton on the way back.
Okay.
We weren't
What
talking to you,
for?
Philip.
Yeah.
Just to see if I can pick up a couple more missions, just in case.
Mm.
Just in case either Chris or James comes online.
Mm.
Oh, he wants to be a punishment.
My boost speed is just a fraction under 500. Isn't fast enough to get away from
Collector
Basilisk.
limpet expired.
Well,
Unless it's chasing after somebody else. I'm going the opposite direction.
that's all you have to do is outrun one.
Unless it happens to be, you happen to be the one it's wanting to chase after.
Well, just remember this. He can't turn on a dime.
Yep, go straight at him.
Go straight at him and then duck underneath him, and by the time he gets stopped and turned, you should be well out of his range.
Mm-hmm.
Programming limpet
If
drone.
you have all pips to engine boosting and boosting and boosting and boosting.
Okay, where are you? What's that at? 1900. I was
Well,
what was it yesterday? I was somewhere and I got interdicted by federal security about 3 times.
what'd you have on?
Nothing. They were just while I was waiting. 3 times I got interdicted. What you playing at, you wee buggers? I'm not doing anything. Every time it was, okay, you're fine. Be on your way. I'll be on my bloody way, you.
They must know you from somewhere.
My name's not Chris. I'm not a troublemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, quick pause while we said go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
There's been 47. What was that? Did it say 47? There's been 47 thousand Thargoids killed here in Sosak. No,
Oh,
no,
where'd
that's
you get in that?
rescues. 752,000 Thargoids killed here in Sosong by 1,000 pilots.
Damn.
How many pilots have we lost though?
Ships lost 403.
I felt sorry for the Thargoids.
No, and I had that wrong. There was 47,000 Thargoids killed, 752,000 passengers or rescues performed by 1,031 commanders at 403 ships lost.
Pretty
And
good.
some of them were ours.
Yeah.
I think I lost, was it once or twice?
Twice. Me too.
I know there's once I got down to 3%.
I think I lost more with the scouts than I have with the Cyclops.
Well, that's probably because you spent a bunch of time working on the scouts, and you basically got better by working on the scouts. So the Thargoid, the higher end Thargoid, wasn't
Oh.
quite as bad.
Lynn's changing ships. There's the beepity beep. I thought, oh, but it's just Lynn changing ships.
Did you think I was silly enough to go in there by myself?
Yeah. I thought you were being a Chris. I was silly enough to go in there myself. In my cutter. Survived. And ran away. Scouts are no problem.
Well, first of all, we were putting our ships together, and so we were experimenting what worked
Yep.
best.
Yep.
Everybody kept saying, "Oh, the Gauss cannons." Well, shit, you gotta be able to
Right.
hit with them.
Yeah, it seems that Gauss cannon is a high damage point accuracy weapon. Probably is it fixed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of them are fixed, the Guardians, except
Yep.
the AX cannon.
Yeah.
Well, the Gauss cannon is just a different railgun, and railguns are all fixed. So I figured it had to be.
Well, the Gauss cannon, the plasma, the shards are all fixed. The AX cannon is turreted.
You can get a plasma level 3 that's turreted, but it's,
But it
couldn't
don't
hit-
have the
Nothing.
damage.
I couldn't hit a barn door with it. It's not
But it
like the
doesn't
normal.
have. Yeah,
It's not
it
like the
doesn't
normal
have the
turret.
damage either.
And it's not like the normal turrets where it keeps firing it. It doesn't. You've still got to pull the trigger for it.
Right, so
It's not auto fire.
You gotta charge it up.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can get some more. Don't know whether to
Why am
bother
I
getting
going
any
over
more
there?
until.
I don't need to go over there.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I don't either. Go back to the carrier, Lynn.
Yeah, Basilisk, producer, Hydra, Basilisk, Basilisk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have 6 Basilisks.
Get right after it there, Sherlock.
But I think I'll give that a miss because there's only you and me. If there was 4 of us, we could try it.
And you gotta also remember, you're going from a swarm of 32 to a swarm of 64.
It's about sweet.
When it's double the
Yes.
famous last words.
My boost on my crate is 520.
So it'll be me that gets clobbered. Because I'll be lagging behind you.
Yeah, it's the Basilisk will outrun me by 10 ms.
Yeah, but it'll get me first because I'm even slower than you.
Well, like they always tell me, if you go bear hunting, just make sure whoever you take with you is slower runner than you are.
Yep. That'll be me.
Remember the one time that I went looking for bear? My armament was a camera.
Oh, damn. Not good.
Ah, no,
That
this.
says I come in peace.
Yeah, at least bring a white flag with you.
Oh, there was a guy with the group that had a bear stopper.
Okay.
It was a single shot. I'm not quite sure what the round was, but it was pretty damn large. And he said he's never, other than practicing with it, he's never put a bullet in the chamber.
Oh, really?
They kind of have a set trail that people go down, and they sort of marked it out with, a wooden walkway and, all this stuff that basically says this is human territory. But, on our way down it, we went past a certain section of it, and Bear left his opinion of us in the middle of the trail. It was still steaming when we got there.
Oh, God. It's his territory now.
Well, he didn't come out to do anything, so... I'm carrying 35, 40 pounds of camera gear. Yeah.
Well, that was a waste of time.
Prospect limpet engaged. Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet failed. Prospect limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Prospect limpet failed.
But of everybody who had a camera on that particular excursion, I was the only one that got a picture of a bear. That's because nobody else's camera could reach out 3/4 of a mile and get a picture.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You had the long zoom on that thing.
Yes.
$200 lens, huh?
What?
My doubler was 500. The lens, I don't even want to tell you how much it was.
1400?
Okay. Actually, that's not far off.
Yeah.
I had a doubler on my Canon, and then I also had a 500mm mirror lens as well. So
That's-
it took up to 1000mm.
And that's what I was doing. That's what I was running. A 500 with a doubler.
But for taking pictures of the birds, I used to take pictures of. You didn't actually need that. It just needed a 50mm was good enough.
Uh-huh.
That very close. They came that close to you when you got too close to the nest. Take your head off.
Oh, well, that's a different story.
Yeah.
How good was the picture? Was it like a small little bear, or did you get a decent
Oh,
picture of
it was an adult bear, but on an 8.5 by 11, he is 5 centimeters tall.
Oh, okay, okay. You got a pretty good picture then.
It's recognizably a bear.
Yeah.
Collector limpet expired.
But
Programming limpet
it's very low on detail because of just how far. 8.5 by 11, and he's only a half centimeter tall. Is
Engaged.
Yep.
Asteroid scan complete.
The rarest bird I ever took a picture of was actually not rare in America, but it's rare in UK. A black, what's it? Black. It's a little warbler that travelled across the Atlantic and ended up on the island I used to work on.
oh cool.
Got some pictures of it, and they were published in a book somewhere. From my
Oh,
window.
nice. Yeah, I wanted to give the best photo that I had of a bird was of a pileated woodpecker feeding its young from
Oh,
about
cool.
25 feet.
Wow. Damn.
Needless to say,
Wow.
bird fills screen.
Up in New Jersey, we used to get pictures of chickadees, but that was easy because they used to come to your hand to eat.
Yeah. Although the funny thing with the pileated woodpecker is one of the pair noticed me walking around the woods and started raising a racket, so I followed him. And he led me right to the damn nest.
They're rather silly.
Yeah, a rather silly bird. The other one came back with food and started complaining at the first one that I was standing there by the nest. And then they both yacked at me for a little bit, and I just stood there with my back to a tree. The nest was literally at face level on me, only 25 feet away. And I just had the camera, and I was kind of pointed at the nest, waiting. And the little ones were making chirping noise. So eventually the one that had the food came down, took a look at me, saw me just standing there not doing anything, and proceeded to feed the kids. And I...
Kids, then you left. They were happy.
Yeah, they fed the kids, went a little ways away to see what I was going to do, and I just, they were done, so I just walked away, and everybody went away happy, including the chicks who all got nicely fed. So
I got a picture somewhere in my collection of a red-tailed hawk sitting on my picnic table outside on the porch, probably about 5 foot from me.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
It's like, that's my tail. And he kind of turned his head and looked at me like, so what?
My table now, I'm borrowing it.
Yeah.
I'm borrowing your table and you can like it.
Or not.
Or not. And it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to mess with me.
I used to have bird feeders in my back garden. Occasionally, you used to get a sparrowhawk coming in to try and take the little birds as we're feeding.
Mm-hmm.
Prospect to limpet.
Oh, y'all. I had a bird feeder out back and the blue jays. You talk about bullies, man.
Yeah. Yep.
You go out there and they'd hammer on the robins, they'd hammer on the little
Uh-huh.
chickadees, just, and I'd go out there and I'd scold them, stop that, and they'd look at me.
Prospect to limpet.
What do you mean? Well, we've got a blue jay and comes around our yard that has learned how to mimic the call of a red-tailed hawk.
Asteroid scan complete.
So, you'll hear something that kind of sounds like a red-tailed hawk. All the birds will scatter and this one blue jay comes down and eats.
Hey, that's a bird with skills.
Yeah, he's got skills. I haven't heard him recently. I wonder if the red-tail got him. Or the sharpshin. We have red-tails and sharpshins that are attracted to our feeder through all the little prey birds.
Okay.
And squirrels.
I don't think Chris is coming back tonight.
Yeah, I don't think so. I hope its computer didn't blow up. Because
No.
that sucks.
Don't think so.
Well, it's a good
Huh?
thing we got 24 hours plus.
It's
12
fine.
hours on
It's
these
finally
missions.
marked him as offline.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing something, either power outage or something went down.
Could be his dad for all we know.
Mhm.
Yeah, who knows?
Programming limpet drone. Prospect to limpet failed. Prospect to limpet engaged.
Hello, Hans.
Complete.
Yeah, you got some
Hans.
nice birds.
Han,
Programming limpet drone.
I'm just hoping somebody finds another ivory bill.
Prospect to limpet failed.
They're worried that they've gone extinct.
Prospect to limpet engaged.
I never heard of them. What did they look like?
What?
You remember Woody Woodpecker from the cartoons?
Yeah.
He's an
Yep.
ivory bill.
Bit like it.
Prospect to limpet
Okay.
failed.
They're basically, they look a lot like a pileated woodpecker, except they're a little more washed out.
Okay.
Limpet engaged.
Well, for the longest time, people used to kill woodpeckers because the annoyance.
Not so much the annoyance. They got wonderful feathers to make hats.
Yep.
That too.
That's what caused the depopulation of the ivory bills is their feathers.
And in UK, the little egrets. Because of their feathers. They were used for women's hats.
Yep.
All to do with fashion.
All to do with
Beavers
fashion.
the same. Beavers the same. They were all in UK.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
beavers breed
yeah,
like
Yeah,
rodents.
the beavers.
Yeah.
Well, they were killed off in UK.
Well,
They
they
were
ain't
wolves.
here.
Something just
Oh,
happened.
that's Mr. Biggles. Hello, James.
Okay. Hi, James.
Fly fishing feathers, yeah, that too. I have lots of fly fishing feathers. They're just across the room from me. I should get back to
Giant
tie-in
tree,
flies. I like
yeah.
tie-in flies.
I'm gonna do some dailies and walk under.
Oh.
You guys get...
Chris has gone hiding.
Good thing I played that star safe. Damn. The orbit line wouldn't show up at all. The exclusion line wouldn't show up. So
Magnet.
I took
Who
it
needs-
a wide angle.
Only
and, like,
wimps use bloody orbit wings.
like a quarter of a second before I'm passing the star, all of a sudden it shows up and it's wide as hell.
Engaged. Programming limpet drone.
Orbit lights. Pah. You don't get them in real life.
Yes, you get them on a HUD.
Asteroid scan complete.
Don't get them in real life.
Sure you do.
Prospect to limpet engaged. Asteroid scan complete.
Actually, you're the one complaining, and you're the one that actually, I think, flew an actual aircraft, right?
No.
No?
No, I just sat in them. It's more fun.
You
Sit
just...
in them, fall asleep.
sit-
Only time I flew in a military plane, I was so drunk I didn't know what I was doing. I ended
Thank
up,
goodness
'cause
she
it was-
wasn't in control.
I was on the plane for 9 hours,
Uh-huh.
flying around across the Atlantic and the North Sea. And most of that time I was asleep because we went to the bar the night before. Then we got woken up about 5 o'clock in the morning for briefing for the flight. Actually sat in the pilot seat for a little while, and that was not a good idea. Looking at Russian trawlers and whatever in the North Sea.
Is that national service?
No, I was a volunteer. I volunteered. I wasn't national service.
Okay.
I signed on the dotted line willingly.
Expired.
Did 12 years of punishment and a bit extra for being under 18 when I joined up. It doesn't count. As a radar tech engineer.
Prospect to limpet engaged.
9 hours in an emerald.
He's still been bitching about it ever since.
Yeah, it was alright. It was alright for the first 9 years. The last 3 years I just wanted out. I had enough. You get newly commissioned officers coming in here, and they try and change everything to, oh, you should do it this way. That's the way we used to do it, and we found out that was rubbish. We had to then. So I got fed up with that idea. People coming in changing things back to the way that we used to do it because it was all wrong. What am I doing here?
Complaining.
I think I'll just go to a threat 4 and just kill some scouts.
Nag, 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 nag.
I'm gonna go kill some scouts without any missions, just for the sake of doing it.
Okay.
While we're waiting on our friends to be ready to join us. So, get on to that one.
Well, that's like, what is it? Gamecocks. Fly fishing industry almost destroyed the entire gamecock population. All for the gray ghost, one single fly. One of the most effective flies I've ever seen. Gamecock feathers made the most realistic looking fish eyes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Just remember though, nowadays you can't just blame people's fashion and stuff.
Nope, there's plenty of other things that are causing stuff to go away.
Yeah.
Yep.
ESI
oil
Energy, wind turbine, pleads guilty to killing eagles. Had to pay $8 million in fines.
With the
That
blue.
doesn't seem nearly enough.
Ah,
It's a slap in the wrist because they want the energy more than they want the eagles. The golden eagles, right? I'm assuming.
eagles.
They were balds? Oh.
Yeah.
Been preaching to people for the last 10 years with them wind turbines that they kill the birds, and everybody just fluffed their little feathers at me and says, oh, you just don't know what you're talking about. And it's like when I see birds laying at the bottom of a wind turbine and they're dead,
Yeah.
and it's not just the eagles, it's every bird that flies in that direction.
Yep.
And then they say, oh, you're just dreaming. It's like, do you
Nope.
want me to go
Nope.
pick up a bag of them and put them on your desk?
Come on. Come back here, we
The
go.
hell? What am I getting
Asteroid depleted.
just a gas tank.
Collect a limpet.
I can't remember how many hours I've got on a single engine one Cessna 152. I do have my private pilot's license, or did have. I guess I can go back and land 3 times, take off 3 times, and have them reissued.
Oh, he's talking he had it as a passenger, not a pilot.
And I flew in crop dusters for, I don't know, 180 hours.
Yeah, you've flown as pilot. Hello.
Yep.
And underwater demolitions. Talking about
Yeah.
2 extremes.
Yeah.
Nothing was boring about mine.
Definitely not.
Asteroid scan complete. Prospect to limpet.
I didn't have to go hunt bears to have excitement.
You did stuff way more dangerous.
Well, you know, dunking supervisors in the river using a crane.
Asteroid scan complete.
Don't piss the crane operator off. I mean, that was the golden rule. They own you when you're in that basket.
Programming limpet Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Some of the shit we used to do, if we did it nowadays, we'd probably be fired, fined, and jailed. In that order.
Collector
But
limpet
back then,
expired.
it was
Prospector
okay.
limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid scan complete. Programming limpet drone.
I can remember when I first started building bridges, it was okay to ride the headache ball up on top of the bridge, and then 5 years later, oh, don't you dare get caught sitting on a headache ball. It's like, now I gotta walk. Damn it.
That's like in warehouses.
No,
People
don't you
used to-
try retargeting a threat 8, thank you very much.
People used to ride on top of pallets and stuff as passengers to get around. You can't do that nowadays. That's for damn sure.
Oh, that was even further
All
away.
the
That's the wrong
safety
one as well.
regulations and stuff. Everyone's deathly
That's the one I
afraid.
want.
Oh hell, we built platforms on my crane boom. Even put a
Nice.
silly little handrail around it so I could raise them up so they could strip off the overhang. And I thought, there's no way in hell OSHA would approve that.
They're definitely
All right, you guys
Oh,
want to
no.
take it? You want to pay the fine? Fantastic.
Failed.
I says, but I'm going to tell you, anybody shows up, I'm going to say, he told me to.
Prospector limpet engaged. Programming
Do it or
limpet
you're
drone.
fired.
Prospector limpet failed. Asteroid scan complete. Collector limpet expired.
Oops, I just squashed a collector.
Prospector limpet
But I've also been on the end of that boom on that platform when the boom brake went out.
complete.
And that was not a fun ride. We were taking down overhang, and all of a sudden we were going to boom down just a little bit and have them walk forward. Well, we got the boom down all right, but we never got to walk forward because that boom dropped 25 foot out from under us.
Whoa, Jesus.
And then we met it as it was coming back up, and we were going down.
Lucky you didn't bounce off it.
That's the only good saving grace is because when we started to come up, the boom kept coming up underneath us, so we never did lose connection with it on the rebound.
Okay.
But it did jar your teeth and your back and your shoulders. and your
Yeah,
neck.
I'm sure. Shit.
And it's like, he says, you want me to boom you down to the ground? And I said, well, fuck no, I'll walk down the boom. So I walked down the boom, got off, and went over and leaned up against the bridge column and crossed my arms over my chest. And the superintendent come running over there, and he says, are you all right? And I said, do I look all right? And he said, well, I don't know. That's the reason why I'm asking.
Sir, my life has been treated.
I said, you fall 25 foot and be met in the ass with a damn crane
Yeah.
boom. See how you feel.
Programming limpet drone.
And then the old boy, he was going to boom it down so he could see what was wrong with it.
Failed.
And I was still leaning up against the pier, and so was the other guy that was on there with me, watching that crane boom. And this time when he lowered it down, the damn thing went plumb to the ground. And I said, well, I'm done. I said, I ain't crawling back on that son of a gun. You find another damn monkey to train.
Programming limpet drone.
Take it.
He said,
Take
we'll
your
work on it
hit.
tonight. We'll fix it.
No. There's no fixing that. Once you see something like that happen, especially if it happens to you, it's like, no, I'm good.
Oh, I got a better one than
I
that.
don't
Next
care
morning I
if
come to
it's-
work.
Asteroid scan complete.
The mechanic and the superintendent was out there, the foreman was out there, and they said, hi, Lena, we got it fixed. And I said, oh, you don't say? Yeah? Okay. And so they took it over there and they boomed it up and down, 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 just
Oh,
playing with it.
ruined
See, we
it
fixed
up.
it, we fixed it, we fixed it.
Oh my lord.
And I
it's
said,
good.
okay, so me and the other boy that was doing it, we stepped out there on the platform, and as he was moving us away, he reaches down and he finds this cardboard box and he rattles it. He said, but there was a few parts we couldn't figure out where it went.
Oh, God.
And And I'm like,
Put us on the ground. It's time to get off.
I said, if I ever get off of this thing, I said, prepare for an ass whooping. The old boy that was with me, his eyes are about the big as silver dollars. He says, I'm walking down the boom. I said, hell, you're already here. We might as well finish it and be done with it. Then we'll walk down the boom, get off of it, and then let him do whatever he wants to do. I said, all we like is 10 foot and we can reach it from here. And the old boy says, you want me to move forward? I don't want you to touch one lever.
If you touch a lever, when I come down there, I'm going to wrap the chain around your neck and lift you. And we'll let you hang.
And we got off, and we went to the water keg and was getting a drink of water, and the superintendent comes over there just grinning, because, So I filled up my water cup, and when he got up there close to me, he said, I had you there, didn't I? And I said, yeah, he did. And about that time, I just let my cup of water go right in his face, and I said, but I got you. He says, it's a good thing I like you. And I said, yeah, well, feelings not mutual. Not at this moment. And Ronnie was like, he was over there just shaking like a leaf. And he's like, if I didn't need this job, I'd quit it right now. I'd quit. And I said, get over it. We survived. It's got a good story to tell our grandkids. Everything's cool.
Until the next time they ask you to get in the basket.
Oh, this wasn't in the basket. This was on the boom itself.
Oh, Lordy.
We had 4x4s on the top and the bottom bolted together, and then nailed 2x4s and plywood on top of that, and then put a handrail on it. We built a platform on a crane boom.
Oh, Lord. That's asking to be.
Yes.
It was approved back then when I was doing it.
If it's
Thoroughly
actually
approved.
true.
It had a handrail and the whole 9 yards.
And somebody who couldn't drive the boom?
Well, it wasn't he couldn't drive it. It was broken.
Huh.
It's like everything else. It has gears,
Yeah.
pins, and one of the pins snapped. Hell, I don't want to do these missions now, Cam.
Why not?
You took them.
Because I'm out of the mood of killing.
I'm in the mood of killing.
Okay. Well,
I'm
you
busy.
always are.
I'm in the mood for killing scouts at the moment. Because they're easy.
Since Chris is not here, I'm going to talk about him. It was just me and him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told him if he didn't take that damn AX cannon off of automatic shoot at will or whatever, I was going to stick that up his butt and pull the trigger. We went in there and he killed 3 before I could ever get on him.
Yeah. It's a pain in the backside. Because it just keeps firing.
Mm.
Oops.
Going on.
I said, you think? Oops. Oops. That's all I get is an oops.
Number of times he was just killing them before I even got a chance to target them. I think,
Damn.
come on.
But he wasn't aimed at him. That's the big.
No.
He didn't compensate
He
that his
wasn't
damn.
even aiming at them? Damn.
No, because his AX is turreted. As
Yeah.
long as he had it targeted, that AX cannon was going to continue to fire.
Oh, man.
Yeah, if it's on fire at will, it just keeps firing.
Mm.
don't need it on fire at will.
Well, he even may have had it on target, but the problem is once you pull the trigger, it's on target. It's going to continue to fire
Yep.
until you pick another
Yeah.
target.
Mm.
But you know, it happens because when I was in the burr pit, when we were out there mining, somebody had it fire at will. So whoever pulled the trigger to fire lasers at a pirate, as soon as it dictated the lasers going off, well, his gun went to shoot because you are now hostile because you fired your guns. And we kept telling them, when you come in here, put it on target only. Oh yeah, you took
And
about 20% of my hold out.
That's not something you forget about.
Well, don't say nothing, Philip, because that could be turned right around on you.
I know.
Here comes some more.
Lousy shot.
Made 100 jumps so far.
Oh, that's good. I gotta dump some more limpets. 236 tons so far tonight.
Nice.
237.
Ooh, sweet.
You'll
238.
probably hit 250.
239. Alright, that's everything here. Time to move to the next rock.
Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed. Prospector limpet engaged. Programming limpet drone. Prospector limpet failed.
Oh, I don't know. I've only got 8 minutes left before I need
Yeah,
to start
before
heading.
Yeah.
Prospector limpet engaged. Asteroid
Find a decent subsurface or something. You should be able to get there.
Maybe, maybe not. Depends how much ammo I've got for it left.
Oh, okay.
Collector limpet expired. Programming limpet drone. Asteroid defeated.
Start small.
What was the ouch about?
I had to duck underneath the Thargoid as it's exploding. Only trouble is I ducked into it instead.
Oops.
So I've got more caustic to get rid of. And another 2 have just dropped in.
Yes, 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 I know.
Programming limpet drone. Programming limpet drone.
Well, we can't leave it like that. 249 tons.
Oh my god, I hate that.
Let's find a rock. %, good enough.
Asteroid scan complete. Collecting limpet expired. Programming limpet drone.
Oh, put them away.
Programming limpet drone. Collecting limpet expired. Asteroid depleted. Programming limpet drone.
There we go.
How much did I pick up there? Oh, 2 million. Little bit of pocket money.
Cargo scoop.
Galaxy map.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
You got your 250th?
E255, I'm good.
Okay.
Power to shields.
Routing power to shields.
Power to engines.
Routing power to engines.
Ah, it's on the other side. Let's try and not hit an asteroid on my way through.
Yeah, that would suck. Lose all your cargo.
Oh, I think my shields would take it so long as I didn't give a direct hit.
That depends.
Engage.
I don't know about you, but I
Preparing for jump.
usually boost away when
I
I
am.
find an opening. Oh, okay.
Engage.
Spooling FTL engines and preparing for jump.
But I've got halfway decent shields, so...
Did you hit some rocks on the way out?
No, I didn't hit any on the way out. I'm a good enough pilot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
But I may do a couple upgrades on this ship when I get back. We'll see.
Why? What's not good?
Oh, I may put a little
Enough.
more. May put a little more shield on it. I'm definitely going to swap out one of the Class 5 collectors for a Class 7A Universal,
Yeah.
which means I'm going to change my cargo configuration around a little bit. I may do a few other things, since I'm going to be, you know, in a reasonable area of space to do stuff. I may do some modifications. I'm also thinking,
I'm surprised the multi limits come in grade 7s.
it's a nice thing. I'm just going to be treating it as a 7A collector. I'm not going to be treating it as anything else.
Yeah.
I'll leave my prospector and refinery right where they are. I'll have a little bit less cargo total, but that's okay. You know, I'm only, you know, my max is, I think, 275 tons with the way I got it right now. I might get to 300. And,
But you're only mining 2 hours, so.
yeah.
And you're not broke 300 or 275.
279 is my max. The
Oh,
max
I
I've
got
on 2
done.
hours.
Was that over 2 hours that time?
Mm-hmm.
I got 256 this time. I'm doing
Plus
regular.
10 in your refinery. So it's 266 total that you can get every run if it's a perfect run.
Oh, no, well, right now, I've got 256 is what I mined tonight.
Well, that's, yeah.
But I'm going to have, actually, let me land first. As I've already spec'd out the modifications I want to make on Coriolis.
Yeah. But just for 2 hours, 256 plus 10 in your refinery is yeah, you'll very seldom bust that unless you go over 2 hours.
That's pretty amazing.
I think I'm going to be able to do better than that, only because I find myself right now waiting for the collectors to finish. And so having a couple extra collectors is actually going to increase my mining speed. A little bit. You know, I may get another 10 or 15 tons per hour.
After all, at the end of the day, you still have to get lucky enough with finding the rocks.
That doesn't seem to be all that much of a problem at where I'm mining. You know, right now I'm getting pretty steady. You know, I'm pretty steadily averaging 125 an hour. Some days I beat that by a little.
So 2 hours would be 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so 2 hours tonight was 256. Yeah. And what was it? Last night I was a half an hour late, so I was closer to 200.
Well, all I know is I got 2 mining
Disengage.
ships. One when I'm by myself,
Exiting
just in a field, is
hyperspace.
256 ton cargo. When I'm running the one that's been mapped, I have 586 tons.
Oh yeah, we're running.
I could do that in an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, running a mapped route. Absolutely. Absolutely,
But
you could
just to
get
drop
that.
into an asteroid field, if you can pull up 266 in 2 hours, you're doing fantastic. You're doing
Yep.
great.
Yep, and that's probably going to be somewhere between 260 and 270 is where I'm going to be hitting on this at this particular hotspot. Open hailing
But
frequencies.
one thing that the boys in the
Requesting
that
docking
mine
permission.
every day
Deploy
say
landing gear.
is don't overlimit yourself to your beam lasers, because just because you have more collectors, if it outperforms your beams, then you're still in the waiting process.
Still in the waiting process, yeah. Well, I'm right now. I'm finding the what I'm at now I'm constantly waiting for.
You got 9 limpets?
I got 9 limpets, and I'm constantly waiting for them to finish. Deploy. Okay, I already did that. Practically every rock I'm waiting for them to finish. So if I can collect faster, I will get more mining done.
What you do is you get it set up and then drop out here and see.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have some spare stuff on, so that if I don't like how it's working, I can change it around.
Yeah.
$1,000 to go. 1,000 to go, and I'll have enough to make the trip.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right, so let's see. Let's go over to my Coriolis link. So basically, I'm going to trade my 8E cargo rack for a 6E cargo rack, and a 5A collector to a 7A universal, and that's the change I'm going to make. Oh wow, wait a minute, maybe not. Let's see. Maybe I'll get rid of 2 5As and get a 5E, because that's 8 and 6 is 14 limpets. I had 369, so I'm going to bring an extra 5A, 5 cargo rack, and I'm going to play around with it out here and see what's the best mining setup for it. I'm also going to be putting a second cutter out here, or a second cutter on this ship. I'm going to be making a pure cargo cutter for refueling from one of the star carriers. And that's just going to be a 6D shield generator and all cargo racks.
So you got to offload them yourself?
Yeah, so basically I'm going to park myself next to one set of, there's like 5 star carriers right next to, in one system over from the fleet vendor. And so I'm just going to buy, let them, I'm going to ask them which one they want to take it off, and what they're going to end up doing is they will, well, one of 2 things is going to happen. They're either going to ask me to buy at a certain price, in which case they'll ferry it over from theirs, or they'll have me ferry it over from theirs at a set buy price, which is somewhat below the 150 that they're currently got for general consumption, because they're basically assisting the DSSA in the deployments, so they're selling Tritium to DSSA at a discount. So I'm going to be paying something like between 100 and 120K.
Oh, okay.
100 to 120K a ton at Colonia. If it was in at the bubble, it'd be 75K, but at Colonia it's harder to get, so they have to increase their costs. I'm also signing up to be a star carrier. And so what happens as part of the star carrier program is they come out and they'll tell me when they're going to be out there, and I'll change my sell order to a buy at the price that they're telling me to do. And then they set the price so that for sales to be a reasonable but not outrageous profit. And it's like out where I'm at, it's about 180K per ton. So they'll probably be having me buy it at 150 and I'll sell it at 180 or something like that. So my carrier will be both DSSA and Star. So it's a
That's why any carrier out there needs to refueling.
They can come right out there and empty me, and as soon as they empty me, I tell the Star folks that a carrier dropped by and emptied me, and they'll schedule a trip out.
Yep.
I'll fly like 6 carriers out to refuel one, but
yeah.
Whatever. That's just coordination. I'm basic.
Yeah.
The only service I'm not going to be providing out there is the one that's not needed out there, which is the secure trading.
Yeah.
Don't need that. So I'll have all the exploration stuff, refuel, repair. If somebody needs to store some crap out there, they can fly out and, pay to have some stuff hauled out, and store it on the carrier. Whatever.
Yep.
It's there as a resource. It's a remote outpost in deep space.
Yep.
So I'm one jump from a hotspot that is just performing phenomenally. Now, it would be interesting is if I mapped it, if I created a map route out there.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
When you get back, before you start heading back to the bubble, you can work on that.
Well, no, I'm good. I need to gain money, and that's not going to gain me money right now.
No, I mean after all that.
Oh, after all
the
that.
Carrier stuff's done.
I could, but I have a feeling I'm going to want to come back to civilization and do a few things. So
yeah. Fair enough.
I've got stuff I want to do.
Yep.
I want to go figure out how to kill Thargoids, so I'm going to have to come back and learn from Lynn, Chris, and Cam how to properly kill Thargoids.
What?
I said I'm going to have to learn from you guys how to kill Thargoids.
Yeah, he wants his heart.
Stay out of the way. That's about all I can say. Move.
The only thing I have to ask, when you retrieve a heart, is it still beating?
Not that I know. I didn't hear it beep, but I wasn't paying attention, especially when it said frame shift anomaly detected.
Here comes the next one, yeah.
And then it says energy surge detected, which he's fixing to shut your ass down where you can't move.
Sometimes they don't say that either.
Nope.
It just happens and you're, oh no! It shut me down.
You see, you haven't experienced that yet, Phil.
Yeah. Don't get that.
They can shut you down and nothing works. As they're taking you out.
Is there a hotkey that you can set for the? Ah, goddammit.
Primary
so
or secondary?
Have to change the fire group to where that is.
Well, I've got my Xenoscanner and that neutralizer set with my detailed surface scanner. So it's the first section of buttons you come to, and it just pop them when you need them. Then the next set is weapons.
Yeah.
And then the next set is repair and decontaminate. But if one of your crew members can get it off in time, it protects all ships.
Yeah.
The energy
Oh,
neutralizer.
so with a whole bunch of, with 3 people in there, you've got 3 chances to get it to work.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
as they mentioned before, they have failed. All of them failed it in the past.
yeah, first time out we failed. There was 4 fails.
But since then you
First
learned a
time
little
out, when
more.
we jumped in there, we all failed to hit the button at the right time. Some was too early and some was too late.
Yeah.
It happens, especially if you don't hear it. If a lot of people are talking and you don't hear it.
Yep. Well, any rate, it is past 10 o'clock, so I need to get to bed because it is a work night. Gotta go make some money for a living. All right, so I'd like to thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It was great having you all along. Kenny and Hans, thank you very much for joining me in the stream chat and then in the voice chat. We have James, Cam, Lynn, Philip, and previously Chris before whatever happened. Thank you guys for joining me. It's great having you all along as always. So we're going to pick this up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trice Majestus signing out.